Good morning. Thank you so much for joining Forge Breast Cancer Survivor Center's Coffee Conversations. We're so excited to be here with Carol Banks. She is a member of TBAA, or Touched by an Angel. So we're so happy to have you here with us this morning. Carol, if you could tell us about yourself, and then we'll kind of get into Touched by an Angel and all the things that you all are doing in the Montgomery area.
Okay, thank you, Janita, for having me here today. As you stated, I am one of the co-leaders of Touched by an Angel, which is a cancer support group in Montgomery, Alabama. We are located at the Freewill. We are a part of the Freewill Missionary Baptist Church. However, we do reach out to other people and other survivors in the community. I I am Carol Banks, a breast cancer survivor since 2014.
Oh,
Um,
I'm so
I
glad.
know, I know, I know.
Yeah.
Uh, I I guess once I was diagnosed, and as I went through the process, I found it very helpful when people reached out to me that were other that were survivors as well, and shared their story with me. Um, and encouraged me like, hey, you got this, I've been through it, and it really made a difference. I know family and friends that have not been through the process, the journey, they're there for support, and I welcome that. I'm not taking anything from that, but it really makes a difference when you are able to talk to someone that has been on the cancer journey. So there was a sermon. I have to give you the
Please
intro.
do. Please
There
do.
was a sermon at our church from our previous pastor. Um, and it really inspired me because it was the story of Elizabeth and Mary when they were both pregnant with John the Baptist, and Mary with Jesus. And his sermon was basically saying, if you have, reach out and touch, reach across the aisle, share your story with someone. If you've dealt with something, or if you're dealing with something and you know someone else is dealing with that, then help them, help them through that process. And that really meant a lot to me because there were other people being diagnosed in the church with breast cancer. So and a lot of them I wasn't really aware of. Um, and I think I stated to you, Brenda Jackson, when she came on earlier, there were Brenda and a couple of us I knew were breast cancer survivors. So I went to three people, including Brenda, and I said, well, hey, let's try to start a support group, because there are so many people in here that need that support. Brenda, needless to say, was on board. The other two wasn't that interested at the time, and I understand that because it's just not, you know, everybody doesn't like to step up and really share their story like that. So Brenda and I started out with just two. Um, so COVID hit. We didn't get a chance to do we were going to have a brunch or tea to really introduce the support group. Did not take place because, as I stated, COVID hit 2020. So churches were shut down, did not. So we had to go back to the drawing board. When we came back to church 2021, we had a new pastor, but lucky for us, I can't say lucky, it's a blessing because we know it was God did it. Our former youth pastor, Pastor Bird, became our pastor. We went to him and shared with him what we were going to try to do before COVID, and he was on board. He was on board. He said, yes, that's needed. That support group is needed. And we needed more members because, like, as I stated, Brenda and I started out, and we would just, if he would, it would start with the pastor letting us know, hey, this person has been diagnosed, you may want to reach out. So we would call, she and I would, we would decide, well, brother, you call this person, or Carol, hey, we just rotated that process. And we would reach out to them, and we would offer gift bags, encouragement, things of that nature. So we met with our pastor, and he said, well, look, we're gonna do a small group. We're gonna do a small group, and a small group is similar to Bible study, but we did it over Zoom. and we're going to just let it be for cancer survivors, and as I stated then, it was mostly, or if not all, breast cancer survivors that came to that support group. And I know it was God intervention, because everybody that came to that support group told us on the last night that they wanted to be a part of Touched by an Angel. So we went from 2 to maybe 9. Now we're at 12, and I'll have to share that the other part, that we went from only breast cancer to all cancer, but the majority of us are breast cancer survivors. And a few of them are on here today, and I must say thank you so much, ladies, for your support. I appreciate that. But now we're 12 strong, and after a couple of years, I guess when we would have our pink out, that would be the big event for us in October. There was one particular Sunday that we had our pink out, and we asked for all cancer survivors to stand. And there were so many people stood in the church that we didn't know that was actually dealing with cancer other than breast cancer. And at that time, our pastor said, well, look, we don't want to overlook anyone. We know the majority of breast cancer, but breast cancer survivors. But if there are other people that want to be a part, we want to welcome them. We want them to be a part of the support group, because they need it as well. Our support group is here to offer hope and inspiration. We definitely emphasize no medical. We are not medical, but we are here to encourage you through your faith journey. Our motto: hold together, help together, heal together. Because we know that there is the emotional support for individuals and their family and friends is crucial.
It makes all the difference. It makes all the difference.
Yes.
One thing you had said earlier too was, like, yes, there's so much value in having like your personal support system. So like your family, your significant other, your kids, whatever that looks like. But man, to have somebody to talk to, people who already get it, like every journey is different. All of the barriers are so different. So nobody's ever going to know exactly what you're going through. But at the same time, to have somebody who says, hey, you don't have to explain to me what a mastectomy is. You don't have to explain to me this part and that part. I've had a similar experience. So we could cut out all of that exhaustion, right, and we can get to what you really need.
And we, and as I stated, after that small group, we became organized. We're still fairly young. We're still a fairly young support group, and we grow each year. We grow. As I stated, we went from 2, and now we're at 12. And I think 9 of those are still all breast cancer survivors, but we have others that ovarian, pancreatic, lung cancer, so they're a part of our group as well. And we do meet once a month, the last Tuesday of every month, and at 5:30 at the church worship center, children's worship center. And I must say this, last year, we were able to meet Janita Holt. That's a part of the Forge Breast Cancer Survivor Center. Sharon Foreman introduced me to Janita, and we became a part of Forge. I am so thankful for Forge, and I say that from my heart. I'm so thankful, because it is so good to have a support group that we can share with other survivors, and breast cancer survivors, because we know Forge is breast cancer. And there's so many, that come to us or may come to our meetings. And we always explain to them that even though Forge is in the Birmingham area, it is for breast cancer survivors all over the state of Alabama. So that was one of our main reasons for organizing this support group, to be able to share of other programs that are out there. We were fortunate also for a group in Montgomery. We had an opportunity to go to a meeting with Women of Hope. It's a breast cancer survivor group as well, in the Montgomery area, and it's out of Fraser Methodist Church. So we got an opportunity to meet some people there, and it's another outlet. It's another place for us to share with a newly diagnosed person, that there are other support groups out there. And as I stated earlier with Forge, they offer so much that a lot of people are just not aware of. And we're just happy to be able to share with them the things that Forge offer. And hopefully it makes an impact on them and their journey.
Well, we're thankful to be connected to y'all because y'all are already doing the big things and providing the space. And so we're really grateful for you all. And I'm so glad that Sharon and I connected. I love Miss Sharon. And it's just to add on to what you said, yes, like to have that space that's safe for individuals diagnosed with breast cancer. And I love that you all are able to extend your arms to people who are diagnosed with other cancers as well. Though the cancers are different, I mean, just a lot of the feelings can be the same.
Right,
so,
right.
especially like we were talking a little bit before we started the recording, just that in Alabama, there are just so many gaps as to the resources that are available to support. So yeah, we serve the entire state, but I mean, like sometimes there's just value in saying like, this is in my hometown and I can go and benefit from this service. I need to be able to see someone. I need to be able to talk to individuals who have been through this and they know that we can go to this grocery store to get this because this is what we need. Whereas, you know, if somebody's really far away, they might not know those things. So I'm just grateful that you all are in the Montgomery area and we are both together serving the breast cancer community in those areas. So, you know, and I think it's to be appraised because support groups attendance can be difficult. And so for you all to go from 2 to 9 to 12 is amazing and should be celebrated. I give you all your flowers for being able to say, hey, we all need each other and we've been through this horrible thing. Like, let's talk about it and just be together. Because sometimes it's not all, the connection isn't always just talking about breast cancer, right? It's like we have breast cancer in common, but like this is a way that it's impacted my life. And
Right,
what
right.
have you done to get through this particular thing? Just the value and the weight of those conversations are truly a gift. And yeah, you're doing great. Y'all are doing great. I do have one question too before we wrap up. What are some ways that someone can get involved with Touched by an Angel? Also, what are some? I know you mentioned your Pink Out in October. Can you tell us about what Pink Out is, and how someone can get involved with that, and what are some things that they can hope to gain from that event?
And I did say Pink Out. Pink Out is the big, it's the big event that we have. But we have we've been a part of other events that our church have sponsored. We have a women's conference. We've been able to volunteer and be a part of that conference and let them know, we try to be visible, to let them know that, hey, we have a support group here, a cancer support group here, and we are, you're welcome to come and be a part of us. So we have the women conference that we've been a part of. We had a family and friend day, which was this big picnic, and we were allowed to have a table set up with information about Touched by Angel, and and they got a chance to come by and talk to us at that particular event. We also we were able to, was it last year, year before? I can't remember. We were able to serve the homeless. We were able to serve a dinner to the homeless. They go, our church, because our pastor emphasized that we're the hands and feet of the Lord. We are here to serve. And that's what Touched by Angel is here for. We're here to serve, and we're here to help others. So we were selected to serve the dinner that particular day, because I think we do it maybe once a month. There's a ministry that would go out and to this particular location, and we serve the homeless with a meal. So we've been able to do that. We're just trying to get out there and volunteer more, so that people are aware that Touched by an Angel is at Freewill Missionary Baptist Church, but we're not just for Freewill Missionary Baptist Church. We're here for others as well in the Montgomery area. We as I stated, we are. And I keep saying as I stated, but I do want to emphasize that we are housed at the Freewill Missionary Baptist Church. It is located at 1724 Hill Street in Montgomery, Alabama. You want me to get a telephone number, Janita, or
It's up to you. If you
okay,
want to, yeah.
okay, you can. Of course, we have a website, www.freewillbaptistchurch.org. Freewill is one word. The telephone number is area code 334. The number is 262-2205. And we are there. We're there. We welcome, those who want to reach out to us. We are under the leadership of Pastor Quentin Q. Bird, and we are, like I said, we're here to serve. We're here to serve.
Thank you so much, Carol. This has been wonderful. And I know that we'll see each other more and we'll continue to do great things together. And I thank you for carving out this time. I know it's been in the making for a little while. So I'm so glad that we were finally able to arrive here to talk about the things that you all are doing in the Montgomery area to continue to support breast cancer survivors, because the number is not a happy number about the things that we need and the amount of people that are being diagnosed each year. And so I'm so grateful for individuals like yourself, for your group, for the church, for the organization. I'm just very grateful. And I hope that you continue to partner with us forever and ever.
Anyhow.
Or at least as long as the breast cancer community needs us. Hopefully one day they'll say we have a cure. We don't need you anymore. Like that is
absolutely.
That is what we would love to hear.
Absolutely.
Hopefully one day soon nobody needs any of us.
Those are the prayers. Those are the prayers. Yes.
Well, all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Janita. Thank you, everybody.